right, we are here at the trailhead to Granite Peak today, which is the tallest point in Montana. We'll be going about a little over 22 miles, a little more than 7,500 feet of vertical gain, so it should be a pretty challenging day. We woke up about 3:30 this morning. We had about an hour drive to get here from where we were staying. It seems like it's going to be an awesome day weather-wise today, which is exciting. I think the two things I'm most concerned about is the first section, especially as it's getting light, is the most likely for grizzly bears, so got to keep an eye out for that. Definitely don't want to encounter one on our trail. But then the second part would be the very end. We have a pretty technical scramble. Some call it like a class 4. I've read a lot of different beta on it. Some people suggest you can do it without ropes. Some people say you need a rope up. We don't have ropes, so I guess we believe we can do it without it, but we'll see how that goes. But should be a pretty fun day here in the Beartooth Wilderness. So scenery is already like 10 out of 10. It's incredible, but we are still in bear country and it's early, so you gotta just make a lot of noise so we don't scare one. All right, so I didn't do a formal introduction, but I'm here with my oldest brother, Matthew, doing this hike of Granite Peak. But it's funny, I was looking at what we each brought, and I went as minimal as possible. So I basically have a hydration vest with water and a few snacks, and that's it. Whereas he has satellite phone, medical equipment, all of that. And I was trying to figure out, how did this happen? We grew up in the same home, same parents. Then it dawned on me. I think it's because I'm single and he's a husband with 3 kids. So, I don't know, maybe he has more incentive to make sure he gets back.
It's also because I'm the oldest and they're more responsible.
That's probably true. I'm not sure how well y'all can see this, but the rocks behind us from the mountain, because of the reflection of the sun, are like orange. And then over there, it's just like normal color, but you might not have the best perspective, but in person, it's just incredibly beautiful, the reflection we're getting from sunrise. We are here at Mystic Lake, which is about 3 miles into the hike, so we're roughly a quarter of the mile the way up. But for all of the y'all out there who think I'm crazy doing these hikes and you'd rather be at a beach, I kind of found the beach for you. So if you want to hike about three miles up, there's an awesome little lake up here in the mountains. In case you're wondering why there's now another person in our group, we found another guy on the trail and we figured he'd be decent bear bait if we came across a bear, so we let him stick with us, so we'll see how it goes. Matthew is currently just drinking an electrolyte packet dry because he doesn't have a water bottle. He just has the water bladder and a water filter thing. So we'll see how this goes.
do.
Gotta chase it with that water quickly. How bad is it?
Not bad. It's kind of like a pixie stick, actually. Remember those?
Yeah. Also, I just want to do a quick shout out to my boy JJ. He's a big LSU Tiger football fan. And I would just like to say that Brian Kelly is still a fraud and Notre Dame still upgraded at head coach when he left and Marcus Freeman took over. Little update here. I've kind of mentally broken this hike into 4 parts. The first section was the hike to Mystic Lake. Then we had a big section of switchbacks, and we've gotten through both of those. Currently we are on the 3rd section that I'm mentally broken out, and this is Froze to Death Plateau. And I definitely understand how, if it was cold and windy, it would absolutely be Froze to Death Plateau up here. Today we're kind of lukewarm plateau. I don't know. I'm not sure. But after this, after the plateau, we basically just have the scramble at the end to get to the summit. I told you earlier, one of my concerns was if we can make it without rope. And so far, everyone we've passed today, which hasn't been too many, but everyone we've passed so far has roped up. So we'll see how this scramble at the end goes. Okay, so we finally made it through Froze to Death Plateau. And although it wasn't terribly cold today because it's the middle of August, let me tell you, it should be renamed Goes Forever Plateau. And I might petition that we do that legally because it was awful. Just boulder fields and marshy fields, and it just went on forever and ever and ever. But we're finally getting close to Granite Peak. You can see Granite Peak in the background now. The climb up looks a little bit spicy. So far, everyone we've passed who's done it has done it with ropes, and we do not have ropes. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see if we can find a safe route up or not. Hopefully, once we get in it and closer, we find a route that is actually not that bad. But from over here, it definitely looks a little spicy. Okay, y'all, so just being real here. We're debating right now if we're going to keep going on or turn around. We're still on this boulder field section that has been going on forever, and we still have to get over there and attempt to try and go up that ridge. And we still don't even know if we can make it, even if we get up there without ropes. We're not 100% sure. But what we're kind of debating right now is if we keep going onward, like this has been a slow go, we're probably getting back in the darkness. And so we're just trying to decide if we're willing to do that. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see what we decide here. Guys, we did it. I don't know if you can see that cairn right there, but that is the tallest point in Montana. After about 8 hours and 23 minutes, we have made it to the summit. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. As you can see behind me, that is still the highest point in Montana. That is the summit. We did not make it. We felt like we had to make what we thought was the smart decision. There was weather rolling in, it got windy, looks like maybe some storms, and lightning, and on a boulder field is the worst place you could possibly be. And truthfully, if we even tried to summit, even if we made it, we probably wouldn't have gotten back to the vehicle until maybe 10 o'clock. Would have been hiking down in the darkness. So we did what we felt was the right call, and we turned around. But nonetheless, it has still been a beautiful day here in Montana. Okay, so it's a good thing we did turn around. We do now have rain coming down. Hopefully we don't get any hail. Hopefully we don't get any lightning. We are still on this plateau, which is super exposed, so it's still not the best place to be if lightning was to come. However, it's still much better than on that boulder field. So we're going to try and get through this plateau as fast as we can, but it is still a long journey. Okay, so it's been a little while since I've done a update. I didn't film a whole lot coming back through the never-ending plateau. It was just kind of a lot of the same. Also, we got pelted with sleet and rain, and it was windy and cold, and we kind of got all the weather conditions on there. So we just wanted to get through there. So we're now going down kind of the biggest switchback section, and this is significantly easier terrain to go down, a smoother trail. We're not having to boulder hop left and right, and so we're now cruising down. Hopefully we're about 4.5 miles back from the car, so at our current rate maybe we'll get back in an hour and a half or so. Although I say that about the rain and everything earlier, now it's raining on us again, so we've kind of gotten a lot of different conditions today, but it's been a good day out here. We are back to the trailhead. Final stats for the day was roughly 14 hours. We actually went pretty much what we were anticipating. We went just shy of 23 miles and just shy of 7,500 vertical, which is exactly what we were anticipating. I think what happened is on the froze to death plateau, it's just super difficult to find the route and the trail, and so there was probably some going up, some going down, and it added miles in vertical, which is why one of the reasons we probably came short. We both feel like we made the right call turning around, because we were getting pelted with sleet later on, and if it was sleeting on us on the most kind of dangerous, exposed, technical portion, probably wouldn't have been good. And even if we made it, we probably wouldn't have got back till after midnight, and truthfully we just did not have the water and the food and all of that to be hiking that long. That would have been a 19-hour day. And so yeah, I think we made the right call. It's still a fun day. A little disappointed we didn't make the summit, especially since we were able to do the mileage and vertical that we were planning. But we might, well, I don't know. I was gonna say maybe someday we'll try it again, but at the moment I definitely don't feel like it. Maybe once the memories of the pain fade away, maybe I'll reconsider it down the road.